Hello everyone, welcome to Efficient User. In today's video, we are going to see the app components, what are the various codes it has, and we are just going to generate a new component and append that component in the main app.component. So let's get started. For this thing, I'm going to run the existing code in -o, which will open the application in the browser after it got compiled. So we can just in the meantime it's getting built we can just go through the existing stuff. So we have a toolbar here and we have some chords and we have a placeholder where we can replace the codes. They themselves like Anglo CLI provided this information. The content above is only placeholder, can be replaced, and router hyphen outlet, it should be there like to cross between like different components. So we will see later on what is the purpose of a router component, router hyphen outlet, once we have seen the basic stuff. So the UI looks like this. So basically what we are going to do is we are just going to keep this header as it is, and we are going to take away these contents. We can fill up with some other values. Maybe we can create a to-do app, which is like a common application everyone is using. But we can just try the same thing by covering the various decorators, like various options in the Angular, like decorators. We can see each and everything in detail. As of now, what we can do is the Angular CLI, the one thing what Angular CLI did is it added the styles in the app.com.html file itself. We are going to move it to its later style sheet, which is already empty. We are just going to cut that part and put it in the CSS file. Okay, I'll just cut it and paste it here. I think we don't need this tag here because it should be available only in HTML file. I'll just save it and I'll just save this file as well. You can see like a compiled successfully. Okay, there is no change because we just removed styles from one file to and move it to another file. You can remove this comment. As I said earlier, you can have this content part. You can just remove the code thing, like this is the particular pod and this next step and these images. Just for the demo purpose, I will just go with this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take away this hello color stuff, and after that I'm going to take away this thing and also this terminal links. And basically, can take away the pass all the available HTML elements. We are just going to keep the div which is having the class called content. Then go away now. See this like only the header is present there. What I'm going to do here now is I'm just going to format the code and save it. You can go through the app.com.ts. It's just having only the title, which is basic hyphen tutorial. We are not displaying anywhere, but we can keep it as it is. Later on remove it. I'm going to generate a component which is going to be present inside this app folder and going to embed that component inside this line. Okay. So for that, I'm going to use Angular CLI to generate a new component. We will stop this right now. I'm going to generate a component with the help of Angular CLI. For that, I need command like ng Angular, which is and generate g space component c, and how we can name it we can name it as to do shell. I'm just naming like a user. It's a user defined. I'm just doing it. What it will do is since I'm generating this in the basic iPhone tutorial path, it will create a in this path itself. For that, what I'm going to do is I'll just open the terminal, integrated terminal available in the VS Code from the app folder, SRC app folder. If you do here, what it will do is it will generate a new component inside this app folder. So I'm going to create here ng space generate g component c. Basically, it will show official documentation will looks like this, but this is a short form like a then cheese snake, see, and my new component should be like an Angular shell. Once it did it, what it will do is like it will create a subfolder in the app folder, and then it will create similar files inside the app folder. Like we could be able to see like the list of files created. First one is like to the shell component.html and a TypeScript file for testing purpose and a main TypeScript file for to shell and to shell.com.scss. It created basically it created a HTML file, TypeScript file, and a style sheet, and it just updated the app.module.ts, which means like include this particular to-do shell into the app.module. So here, what it will do is like it will import the components. You can see the difference which is highlighted here. This line has been newly added, and this particular line entry has been newly added. So it imported the to-do shell component and added an entry declaration, which means like include this particular component and put it inside this app module. Let's go through this particular HTML file created. It's just having like a paragraph tag which shows to do I function, which means the component name works, and just a normal TypeScript file which have like a selector and a template URL, style URL, which means like it points to HTML file and a CSS file, and the CSS file doesn't have any styles as of now. So if you see the UI, it doesn't have anything because we just stop it. Okay, and just run it away. So in the next step, what we are going to do is like we already generate a component. We're just going to call that component in our app upload component. It means like app.component.html. So got building. We'll see the output here. So it's having the same UI. So what I'm going to do is like I'm going to open the app.component.html. Inside this particular div which we already have, I'm going to call the selector, which will app to do hyphen shell, which should be to do hyphen shell. I'm closing this tag. What it actually means is like it representing this inside this content div, render this to do shell component. If we click the F12, it will go to the declaration of that particular component at component declaration. So if you go to our UI, it's showing like a to do hyphen shell works. So whatever changes we do here, this particular HTML, it will get embedded inside this particular div, which means like for example, if two or more developers are actually working in a project, they have multiple components. Someone is working in to-do shell, and someone is having another component called a to-do, maybe a color. So they, when they are committing, they want to get much conflicts in the same file, as well as like keeping the code very modular, which helps to like maintain the code in the future. Even we have like maintain the different types of codes in various files, like HTML present in different files, TypeScript present in different files, and CSS present in like the styles is present in different files. A designer or like a UI person will be mostly spending the time in CSS and HTML. Someone who is working on a front end logic, front end developer will be working on TypeScript and HTML. So this kind of modular component makes the Angular very much helpful for the developers as well as the designers who use this thing. So today we can wind up the session like as of now. I will just go through the what are the things we have seen. So we have seen what is present in the app.component.html, and we have seen like a command to create a new component within the existing folder, and we have seen like how this particular component is added into the app.modules, and we have seen like how we can import that particular or render the particular component inside the existing component, and we have seen the output as like a particular HTML rows in the main component. So you just try out these things and leave your comment section in the comment section below. So in the next video, we can see how we can like bind a variable into the UI, and like we can see some other logics or functions, how we can like capture the inputs from UI. those things. Thanks for watching. Like, make sure you subscribe the channel so that you will get notified on every new video we upload. Thank you so much.